There is a particular kind of person families produce without meaning to. Not the favorite, not the difficult one, not the one who left and made something of themselves in a way everyone could point to. The other kind, the one who answers, the one whose number you dial when something needs handling, the one who, over enough years, becomes so associated with reliability that the family stops distinguishing between what she offers and what she owes. Laura had been that person for so long she'd stopped noticing it was a role rather than a fact. She managed the shared family account from a tab she kept permanently open on her laptop. It had been her idea originally, a central fund for shared expenses, contributions from 4 siblings, managed by whoever was most organized. The whoever had always been Laura. Contributions from the other 3 had become irregular around year 2 and theoretical around year 4, but the expenses kept coming and Laura kept covering them because it was easier than the conversation that would follow if she didn't. Her father's retirement dinner had been her project too. The venue, the catering, the invitations. She had floated the cost across 3 cards and sent a breakdown to her siblings in February, requesting contributions by April. It was now June. She had received a partial payment from one brother and nothing from the other 2. Her birthday was May 14th. She knew, because she had spent 41 of them in this family, that there would be no call. She had learned to adjust her expectations downward over the years. Not bitterly, just accurately, the way you adjust to a chair that doesn't quite fit but is the only one at the table. She checked her phone twice in the morning and once after dinner, and then put it in a drawer and watched a documentary about coastal erosion and went to bed. Nothing. The email arrived 7 days later. Her sister Renee. Subject line, Dad's retirement. Your portion. The body was 4 sentences. It outlined what Laura still supposedly owed toward the dinner, $2,700, and requested payment by end of month. It included a Venmo handle. It did not mention May 14th. It did not mention anything other than the money. Laura read it at her kitchen table with her morning coffee going cold beside her. She read it again. She set the mug down carefully, the way you set things down when you are being precise with yourself about what you are feeling, and she looked out the window at the neighbor's yard, where a sprinkler was making its slow, indifferent arc across the grass, and she thought about 3 years of covered expenses, and a birthday that passed without a single word, and an email that arrived 7 days later requesting money, with the administrative confidence of someone who had never once considered that confidence might not be warranted. Something that had been patient for a very long time stopped being patient. She opened her laptop. She pulled up the shared account. She took a screenshot of the balance, the transaction history, the 3 years of transfers that moved almost exclusively in one direction. She replied to Renee's email with the screenshot and 3 words, access removed, closed. Then she closed the account. She removed the family card from her wallet and cut it in half over the recycling bin, which felt neither dramatic nor satisfying, just accurate. She flagged 3 pending transfers that had been submitted that week, 2 from Renee, 1 from her brother Keith, neither of whom had mentioned her birthday either. She made a second cup of coffee. She drank it standing at the window, watching the sprinkler finish its arc. The calls began by noon. She watched them arrive on her phone screen the way you watch whether you've already decided to stay inside for. Renee 3 times. Keith twice. A number she recognized as her father's landline, which meant Renee had escalated. She let them accumulate without particular feeling. The bank called at 2:15 to confirm the flagged transfers and verify the chargeback requests on the pending items. The representative was brisk and professional. He read her the amounts and asked her to confirm her intention. She confirmed. He processed the requests and read her a reference number and thanked her for her time and ended the call. She wrote the reference number on a notepad she kept by the phone, a habit from childhood, her mother's habit actually, recording things so they couldn't be disputed later, and she underlined it once and set the pen down. Her phone buzzed steadily through the afternoon. She made lunch. She finished a report she'd been working on. She took a walk around the block as the evening came in cool and unhurried, and she noted, without ceremony, that she felt lighter than she had in a long time. Not victorious, not angry, not sad. Just a woman walking at her own pace through her own neighborhood, carrying only what she'd chosen to carry, which turned out to be considerably less than she'd been holding before. The phone buzzed in her pocket. She left it there.